leaves, pollen, bugs, and pet hair. If you own a pool, you already know that all of this debris is constantly floating on the surface and impossible to avoid. This is the Beatbot iSkim, a solar-powered pool skimmer built to handle the water surface 24/7 so you never have to. In this video, we'll unbox it, break down how it works, and walk you through every feature in real use. By the end, you'll know whether it's right for you and your backyard. Inside the box, you'll find the robot with the 9-liter filter basket already installed and the foam noodles. You'll also find the manual and a quick start guide to get you started. Now let me walk you around the iSkim real quick so you can see how it's actually built. Up top, the whole upper surface is a 24-watt solar panel. Here is also where you'll find the mode and the power buttons. At the front of the robot, there are 2 ultrasonic sensors located here and here. Next to those, you'll also find the filter release button that pops out the basket with one press. On the sides here, the guide wheels help it track along the wall and the water line. Next up, the status indicator lights give you a quick visual of battery and charging status. And finally, the handles on the side are built into the body for easy lifting. Underneath, 2 propellers drive it smoothly through the water, while the side wheels help it run closer to the surface and the edges. Also, the bumper strips on both sides protect the housing. Additionally, 4 anti-stranding bars at the bottom prevent the robot from getting stuck on shallow stairs, which you can adjust following the guidelines in the manual. And at the rear, you'll also find the sealed charging port located right here. Inside is the 9-liter filter basket with a roller brush intake. This intake helps floating debris flow in, and the flap door closes automatically when the skimmer reverses, so captured debris stays inside the basket. Now that we've taken a tour around the whole robot, let's dive into how to use it. To start, setup is super simple. First, plug in the charger to the port on the backside. The status light breathes green while it's charging and turns solid green once it's fully charged. Briefly press the power button once to turn it on, or hold it for 3 seconds to power off. Next, download the Beatbot app and connect. There are 3 ways to connect: via Bluetooth, QR code, or manual selection. You can follow the steps in the quick start guide or use the user manual. There are also 2 cleaning modes to choose from. Standard mode runs continuously for daily cleaning, and Eco mode is designed for lighter debris or rainy weather when solar recharging efficiency is lower. You can switch modes using the mode button right on the top of the unit or right inside the app. On the indicator lights, solid white is standard and solid green is Eco. One optional step if your pool has a skimmer port, take the included foam pool noodles inside the filter basket and place them along the opening to keep the iSkim from getting pulled in. If you don't have a skimmer port, even better, you can skip this step entirely. After that, all you have to do is place the unit into the pool along the wall with both hands, and it starts cleaning on its own. Another feature that is super cool, if you want to take manual control, you can enter remote mode from the app. This lets you steer the iSkim forward, backward, left, or right, which is super handy when you spot a patch of debris and you want to send it straight there. When you're ready to wrap up, just end the cleaning or hit the one-tap park button in the app. Then the iSkim will dock itself right at the pool's edge. From there, just lift it out and you're done. Now let's dive into some more key features of what sets the iSkim apart from the rest. What might be the biggest difference you'll see at first glance is that filter basket that's 9 liters that we showed earlier. It's roughly twice the size of the industry average. And in real-world testing, that translates up to 550 regular leaves in a single cleaning session before you have to empty it. So we made it super large to capture as much debris as possible. Next, let's talk about runtime. Inside the unit, you've got a 10,000 milliamp hour battery. On a single charge with no sunlight at all, it runs up to 28 hours. On top of that, the 24-watt solar panel keeps the battery topped off whenever there is sunlight. So on a normal sunny day, it stays charged indefinitely. And because it runs on sunlight, you're getting cleaner pool water with basically 0 running costs. That's a great fit if you're already leaning into a greener, more energy conscious setup. And it's smart about managing its own power. It has Beatbot's Solar Track light tracking technology. When both sunlight and battery power get too low, the robot moves itself towards the sunniest spot in the pool and parks itself there. This recharges the battery 100% on sunlight. So it's truly able to stay running 24/7. Just drop it in and let it clean around the clock. Now let's talk about durability, because this is where a lot of other pool gear falls apart. Pool robots are outside all day dealing with sun, chemicals, and salt water. So the build quality matters more than a lot of people realize. That's why we built the iSkim to handle it all. The housing is UV resistant and can withstand chlorine up to 4 ppm and tolerates salt up to 5,000 ppm. So it doesn't matter what pool you've got, it will work. Even the charging contacts are titanium, which is a small detail that makes a big difference for long-term durability. And here's where Beatbot really backs it up, a 3-year warranty. Most surface skimmers in this category only come with 1 year. So you're not just buying a tool, you're also getting that peace of mind. Next, let's talk about coverage. Taking a look at the intake, it's 10.6 inches wide and 1.1 inches tall. The width is longer than what you tend to see on other competitors, so it pulls in more debris per pass. Again, it's a small design detail, but you feel the difference in real usage. Combined with twin professional grade propulsion motors, the iSkim has precise control over where it goes and how it turns. For a roughly 860 square foot pool, it can cover the whole surface in about 2 hours. All right, now let's dive a bit more into the app. The Beatbot app gives you full control from your phone. And like I said earlier, you can start and stop cleaning with a tap, switch between modes, and hit the one tap park button when you want the pool clear for a swim. What I really like though is the real-time monitoring. When you open the app, you immediately see the cleaning process, battery level, and what mode it's in. And if anything goes sideways, like the propeller gets tangled, the robot gets stuck, or the battery's running low, the app fires a notification immediately, so you know right away. And over-the-air updates keep the software improving over time with new features, refinements, and performance upgrades that are automatically added with every update. And like I said before, when you want to stop cleaning, just end the task or hit the one-tap park button. iSkim docks itself at the nearest edge and waits for you. So there's no reaching with hooks, no fishing it out with a net, just lift it out and go. Even better, you can park it exactly where you want. Open remote mode in the app, steer the skimmer exactly where you want, and hit park. It'll dock at the closest edge right to that spot. That can definitely come in handy when you want it tucked away in a corner or away from the steps. Now let's move on to those ultrasonic sensors like I showed you at the beginning. Pool obstacles are often where robotic cleaners get stuck, like ladders, drains, steps, and pool lights. The iSkim handles these with Sonic Sense, the ultrasonic sensor system at the front. It continuously scans ahead, detects obstacles, and calculates navigation paths around them to avoid collisions. At the same time, the 2 guide wheels located on the sides do 2 jobs at once. They steer the unit along the pool edge where it follows the water line and gets into corners where debris tends to collect. And last one, the anti-spill design. Inside the filter basket, there's a flap door located right here. This is right at the intake that automatically closes whenever the skimmer moves backwards or turns around. The flap door keeps that from happening. So the debris that goes in stays in, and your cleaning cycle actually stays clean. So who is the iSkim actually for? It's for anyone who'd rather spend their weekends actually enjoying their pool rather than cleaning it. It's for busy families who have kids and pets, and for people who don't want to hassle with manually skimming their water every time they want to dive in for a swim. So whether you've got an above ground pool, a small backyard setup, or you're just tired of bending over with that skimmer net, this thing handles the surface for you. It's simple to use, easy to live with, and built to last with a 3-year warranty. If you found this video helpful, please drop a like and hit subscribe. And if you've made it this far, drop a comment about which debris collects most in your pool at home. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one.